Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear all kind of peoples of the worldwide, living anywhere, any country, any place, of the various kind of size, shape, and various kind of religions. All these persons believe must be death. It is all the religious peoples is belief and trust. There is not is confused or significant and frequency not what the at a place. Dear peoples of the worldwide livings, anywhere, any country, any religions, peoples, or these my topics. Which time detect death time, place, time of death, that means time of death with place and time on the instead of fixed, which time. So all the kind of peoples in the world, various kind of peoples, various size shape of the world in the world. The earth is living body, but anytime they converted the dead body, it is natural process. That means part of the one part to converted the other part. It is natural process. There is not any kind of unwanted process, not allowed, not approved, not unlawable, approved. Various religions not allowed or not approved. It is a barrier as religious, all kind of peoples trust. It is natural process. That's okay. Honorable all the kind of peoples living in the worldwide. And middle honorable peoples living. That means detect mild, moderate, severe. It is a classify of the stage 1 and 2, 3. Mild, moderate, severe is one kind of stage of the illness in a part of the human body. Opposition word is a general word, is a very important word. Primary, secondary, tertiary. By primary, secondary, tertiary. That means medical word. It is one kind of honorable, similar the word. Mild, moderate, severe is a one kind of unwanted with create the painful of the heart onset the last time create the heart pain. So all the kind of peoples of the honorable peoples worldwide, anywhere, any place, any country, any religions on the earth, the first human known about the worldwide all the peoples. That's name Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, first human, give the earth from the Allah. It must be sure and trust. Adam alayhi salam is the first man in the earth. All kind of peoples is believed about what it knows. It is not an unbelievable word. So all the honorable peoples is one kind of trustable word. That means Muslim Ummah is a very important persons. That means leaders of the first man of the Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. That means Muslim Ummah, the fathers of name. That means leader. So he was only one known person. The Muslim Ummah fathers of name of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, worldwide the fathers of man as a kind of Muslim Ummah. Other religions, world father, man, world's father, the ancient fathers or non-ancient fathers. That means on the religious personality with personal thing. That means there is not about any kind of talking to the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The last passage there is not attack is to other religious peoples. It must be sure. So the world first man of the human, the fathers of Muslim Ummah. It is one kind of great leaders. That means fathers is a great stage of the man. Any kind of family, any kind of persons, it must be sure. This man, there is not any kind of persons of the discovered and finding on the onset of the start of the into the field of Hashar. Finding known the any kind of age leaving the earth, but it is very important word. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam on the past give the from goddess of man. He was known living in the earth 1000 years. Direct connected from this to the Allah, known the Allah. So only one man to know the art of living time 1000 years living position. There is not converted of the dead body in the 1000 years. Not why not converted. It must be sure. But unfortunately, It is one kind of hazard. Her son, Hazrat Dawood alayhi salam, in the earth living the 40 years. On the message from the Allah to the Adam alayhi salam. At that time, on the last time, Adam alayhi salam said, this my sons is a living condition on the earth is very few. Why cause for you any kind of questions on this to this Allah? This man is my dear son. All the kind of fathers, her son is important persons and very love with hardly similar the persons her son in this world. So just time Adam alayhi salam said to the Allah, is 40 years is very few, is scanty in the earth living. On this her son. Last time Adam alayhi salam said, on the front various kind, the uncountable, various kind of living of the heart, which said that Adam alayhi salam said to see the one heart on the front side. To the Allah answered, this Ruh is the glorious son of Dawood alayhi salam. His living time is 40 years, more than one. Dawood alayhi salam, sons of the Sulaimans alayhi salam, that means Nabi, one state another come in the living body of the earth. But unfortunately there is not questions and answers to the communicate the Adam alayhi salam and Allah. So Adam alayhi salam said to the Allah, apply on these 1000 living years in the earth to minus 40 years, 60 years, her son given the years. So at last Adam alayhi salam's living time on the earth 940 years. At last then result. but it must be she. Her son, Hazrat Dawud alayhi salam, 40 years to plus 60 years, it is a converted 100 years old on the living condition in the earth. So, all the peoples of honorable person, honorable any kind of religious specialist, at the research of the any kind of religious book on the human persons of the human researchmen, various kind of peoples living of the worldwide. So, at last result, Adam alayhi salam's son, Daud alayhi salam's, then result 100 years of the living condition in the earth. Allah said, there is not any kind of fixed time and date and place. There is not the fixed without time and date, not identify any person of the death. No right place, date, time. On this time, not the undetectable time. On this Adam alayhi salam's time. So, dear honorable persons of the worldwide peoples, this my lectures. Please very carefully listen to my word or lecture. On the last time, 940 years old, Adam alayhi salam's last time comments, Malik al-Maut needed the Adam alayhi salam's to say, you can going to the own my Lord. That means living body converted the dead body. Adam alayhi salam said, no, this word is wrong. I do not know about for this law. It is one kind of imagined word. This my living condition on this 1000 years of the living condition in the earth. I do not know about for this law, which is very unwanted word. No comment for this opposition, but opposite part of the under the soil. No agreed. On the last time was Malik al-Maut said to the Allah, Adam alayhi salam, there is not agreed, he is not dead body, he is a living body on the fixed 1000 years on the still condition on this mind. Was the time on the last time? Allah said, you can wake up from the Adam alayhi salam. You can go back to Sayyid Allah. He is 1,000 years. Malikul Maut said, you can to see the any kind of memories or memorizations to the analysis on this the son for this 1,000 years of the living body to minus the 60 years plus the 40 years on the son of Daud alayhi salam. You can so now the thinking about the asked on this brain and course memories. There is not any kind of apply or thinking not agreed of Adam alayhi salam on this just time. The Malikul Maut said, you have to say it on the just on the was the time you can say it, this living time 60 years give her son, that means Adam alayhi salam, that converted the 100 years of the living conditions on the son of Daud alayhi salam. Then result, Daud alayhi salam son the Sulaiman alayhi salam come in the earth is one kind of honorable person, that means Nobi. But you can know about for things, you can say that was the last time, long time ago, to say the Malikul Maut. Adam alayhi salam said, I do not know about for the thing, I know about for the law, this way living on the conditions in the earth 1,000 years. Then result, the living body to convert the dead body, I am agreed. Otherwise, there is not why any kind of law, I am not agreed this. You can say it to the Allah. That means media by Malikul Maut. Just on the time was Malikul Maut said to Allah, there is not agreed, he is fixed on this 1,000 years, that's okay, is living body to convert the dead body, there is not any kind of questions on this position. But no, about for things, I am not agreed of the living body to convert it. So, you can think it for you. Allah said, you can beg to me. That's okay. Allah said, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam's 1,000 years livings in the earth. That's okay. 1,000 years, okay. Converted the living body to dead body. There is not obstruction, any kind of law, or any kind of unwanted word persons of the in the earth, and must be sure Hazrat Adam alayhi salam death is confirmed. Any person, any religious persons to go to own my go back to own this my Lord. Any religious person, it must be sure. There is not any kind of significance or confused, not apply. These people. Just time, 1 years, 1000 years. Just time, Malik al Maut going to the Adam alayhi salam. On the last time. This purpose on this living body converted the dead body. Any kind of scientific students, that means biological students, known about for things there is not any kind of part more than 6 hours of the blood supply obstruction, that means on the start necrosis of the any kind of part obstruction of blood, that obstruction of blood, that not supply of oxygen on the start one state another necrosis of the on this part. It is one kind of simple word, that means biological students. So, dear honorable persons, peoples, all the worldwide all the worldwide. On the last time, Malakul Maut last time, the instant last time going to the of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. It must be sure. We have to go back to return to own my Lord. There is not any kind of confused or confused. There is not a untouchable word. Not any kind of unwanted word. It must be sure. Any kind of religious peoples, own my Lord, return to back. These peoples is trust and believe on this various kind of religious. The dear peoples of the worldwide, $60 plus Hazrat Adam alayhi salam's sons on this earth of the living conditions of the Dawood alayhi salam's fixed the 100 years. But on the created time, only one God, only 40 years of the living condition in the earth. Malakul Maut said, you can minus the 60 years for your son. That means 40 and 60 plus 100 years. Fill up for your son of the living condition in the earth. On this last time, as a long time ago. Adam alayhi salams. I do not know about for the law. I do not know about for this word. I have no belief this word. Allah on the conditions first time Adam alayhi salams in the earth. Allah said 1000 years of the living condition. Mothers of Hawa and Adam alayhi salams. On the last time is Sri Lanka's unknown. That means at time is not sure. That means South Asian Sri Lanka, the country of Sri Lanka. This place is at that time, at time, I am known correctly. So, sorry. Malakul Maut, various kind of time. Allah said, this Adam alayhi salams 1000 years. Okay. On the last times, the Dawood alayhi salams 100 years of these living conditions in the world, in the earth, but does not known and about touched or non-touched, believe or non-believe. This is not discuss any kind of subject. He is not unwanted of this word. Adam alayhi salam said all time. One answer. Allah given in the earth was the said 1000 years of the living condition. But I have no agreed. 1000 years then converted the dead body. I am always agreed, always ready. Allah said, Malakul Maut, you can go back up. So, this time is end on the start. So, dear honorable peoples of the worldwide, any kind of religious specialist or other peoples, general, non-general, official, non-official, and educated, non-educated, but there is not divided and subdivided. I am not agreed this part. Thinking on these conditions, Malakul Maut said to Allah, there is not any kind of death. Agreed the Adam alayhi salams, then 1000 years living condition in the earth. Allah said, that's okay. 1000 years of the living conditions, Adam alayhi salam in the earth, this living condition. Then 1 year's just time living body, the converted the dead body, or other word, any kind of means, terminal end of the vital organ or the smaller organ, terminal the end, all kind of function, biochemical with the functional, any kind of parts, terminal end, that means death. We should remember for it, we have to know about for this any kind of scientific science student with medical students know about for the things more than 6 hours, any kind of obstruction of the blood, any kind of part, dead parts on the state of necrosis, that means decrease of oxygen supply. It is one kind of example, the heart attack. They are part of heart, impaired of the blood supply or not blood supply or the few blood supply on this demand of the part of heart, that means heart attack. As a similar word on the brain chain, impaired or lock or demand of supply the blood on this brain chain, but not enough. That brain chain is death on the start. It is one kind of stroke. Then divided ischemic, hemorrhagic, tension ischemic attack, mild, moderate, severe, occipital, frontal, then other classify of the identify which stroke the on the condition for the stroke name. Stroke is one kind of headache, brain cell death, but it is on the classify frontal, occipital, lateral, bilateral on the thalamus or thalamus, divided, classify then result. Dear honorable peoples of the honorable various kind of religious specialists, all the kind of peoples worldwide. There is not any kind of written date, time and place. Known this any kind of death, any kind of time, any kind of place, not the proof. The Adam alayhi salam's 1000 years. 940 years, 60 years given this her son, the Dawood alayhi salam. He is not agreed, no rule, no law. He is not agreed, converted the dead body. On this start, on the time, we have all the kind of peoples known about for things and analysis this subject. Today topics is first subject, date, time and place. Time, date, place. As a man, death which detect and known the only one Allah on the start time. That means on the topics on the study for a time. Which man, which place, which date, death. Is only one known the God. Otherwise there is not subject. There is no any kind of known person this which time the place of the death. It is one kind of various kind of virulence of pathogen in this world wide. Various kind of peoples, various kind of Islamic studies on these peoples, but that's okay. Know about for things. Know this any kind of Islamic studies, not any kind of persons. He is one kind of various kind of the ion, shekel, or any kind of religious instrument carry on the worldwide. It is one kind wrong or truth, but I do not know about for the things discuss. It is only one known the God. So these my topics: death, time, which the start of which the man, which the place. So we have known about for things. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam said, I do not know about for things. After the 1 years, 1000 living body, then you can talk in Malakal Maut. On the last time, fixed all these people's creator only one God or Allah. Fixed create on the last time. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, I do not know about for the law, I do not know about for the time, I do not know about for this otherwise talking. I have lived in the condition on the 1 years. It must be sure. Other talking I do not know about for the discuss. Not allow, not talking, not seeing, not the analysis. I do not know if it is not the unwanted thing. At that time, the creator of all the worldwide, the art of the creator, that means Allah, on this time, on the start, on the past start, you must be sure, very carefully talking in my lecture, on this start, and must be sure, and must be sure with continue up to the field of Hashor. Continue. There is not uncontrollable and uncontinuable word not applied. Human is a structural functional of the human body, all kind of peoples of the creator of Allah. It is a bone is a specialized of the connective tissue. It is a framework of the body and covering that skin with the vital organ or small organ. And this all kind of organ live in the organ on the continue living after the birth before the end. Before the death. It is the one kind of life. So it must be sure. Must be sure. All these peoples of honorable specialist, any kind of religious, honorable peoples, any kind of peoples, any kind of religious. It must be sure. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam no agreed this 60 years minus on this duration of living on the earth time. On this last time, on this last day, on the start, on these peoples of the worldwide, any kind of specialist, any kind of honorable persons, on the start, on these various kind of religious peoples who are the worldwide, but does not matter. But you should remember for it, on this time, on this last time, on the start, right and death time, death place, on the condition of duration of death, which cause of death, and second, third person of the probable persons nearly standing for this right thing. That means Farasta. You should not know about for things. I am not the crime on this world. I am a pure man. I can going to the Jahannam. But you should remember, you should for this any kind of word. I am as a pure man. I am not as a I am not as a thief, not as a one kind of criminal, not a terrorist. I am going to the Jahannam. Why cause for you? Why cause for me? You can answer for this any kind of document to see the. You can document to see. It is provable document. I am going to the Jahannam. But because on the last time, on these peoples, all the worldwide, various kind of religious peoples, death is one kind of living body to converted the dead body. Living body to the converted the permanent end stop of the body. That means there is not return back to in this world of the living persons talking is to others. It is impossible word. No, it is possibility. It is must be right. I am a pure man. On this Muslim Ummah 5 time calling, I am going to the Moscow. There is not any kind of wrong working, there is not any kind of unwanted work, there is not any kind of the unreligious against the one is attack. I am not agreed any kind of working, but one kind of time, that means one people's death on my hand. It is a simple word. Why coming going to the Jahannam? Because on the start, on the last time, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, that means cause on the start. Any person's death, that means permanently end or stop or non-regulate or non-regulate of the futurely, no back go up the earth, is any word that means death. Because on the start just time, Allah on this war, death permanently end. That means there is not any kind of blood circulation on this body. Per minute 4 to 6 liters as a healthy body. There is not one drop blood circulation at the permanent end of the dead body. So, as a biological student or scientific or medical students, all the kind of peoples, more than 6 years, any kind of part of blood supply of obstruction, decrease of oxygen supply on this time, on the start of the duration necrosis, this part. So, Allah on this last time decided death which time, date, month, place, and third person, that means Farishta. I do not know about for the according to the any kind of effect work, but instantly two shoulder joint, Munkar and Nakir, Farishta, always writing for your working, then result on this time. You can good dead, good result. You can be dead, bad result. Always writing. So, on the start of last time, so there is not any kind of wrong word, any persons on the condition. Why for you? Why for reference for this any kind of wrong word? Two shoulders or two shoulders standing the two Farishta. Why wrong word talking for you? So, all kind of peoples of the religions, very kind of specialists of the very kind of religions. This is my request. We have to should remember for it. We have to make the change in our society. Any society, any kind of Thana union or other districts is one kind of quietable place, non-unquietable converted. It is obstruction is the very pure man needed in this quiet. So we should remember for it as a pure man finding so tough, that means 1,000 peoples finding one person as a pure person man find out is very difficult in Bangladesh. Other countries there is not know about for things, but online talking all these countries peoples, this countries is good. Live together, there is not obstruction. Alcoholic condition, unbalanceable condition, as a on the road side, on the side of road condition, unbalanced condition, you receive administration, police, own this government servant, your address and guardian for this your unbalanceable condition, the receive respect for this own this government. It is that means Portugal. I am talking with human research time, sometime research time talking for you, for with the communicate of the Portugal. There is not any kind of standardable condition. I do not know about for seeing the video. It is one kind of tourist countries, that means alcohol or live together, that's enough. So this word is not divided but according to example, but it is a pure man. This country very pure man have many peoples, but I am showing to the video PhD holder on the human research. On this conditions video, this country is very kind of very big size of the, that means sheep. It is one kind of Bangladesh similar, one kind of Chinese hotel, but standard increase of the beautiful and strong and safety in Bangladesh above the Bangladesh, but this country is tourist country. It is one kind of alcoholic countries. It is 24 hours alcohol. There is not obstruction. Any kind of alcohol persons, unbalanceable condition of the road. But this country's police or other administration of government servant or employment must be duty at the unbalanceable peoples to going to her guardian and honorable guardian. On this receive the guardian must be duty on this country's people. I do about for video. but I do not know going to the Portugal. But so so we have to know about for things, any kind of people's developments on these people's, any kind of development is one kind of mindset as well. I am sure all the kind of peoples of honorable various kind of religious specialists and other honorable persons of the worldwide. Up to the to my end, that in time on my God, respect for all the peoples. Goodbye. Thank you.